Why is it that the people closest to us often hold the greatest power to disturb our peace? Why does a careless word from family linger longer than an insult from a stranger? And why do intelligent, disciplined individuals tolerate behavior in private that they would never accept in public? These questions are uncomfortable because they force us to confront something deeper than conflict. They expose the quiet compromises we make with our own standards. When harm comes from those closest to us, we tend to soften our judgment. We tell ourselves it is love, history, or obligation. We reinterpret discomfort as loyalty. We silence our instincts and call it maturity. But silence does not always reflect strength. Often, it reflects conditioning. There is a difference between patience and endurance, between forgiveness and self-betrayal. When boundaries dissolve in the presence of familiarity, character erodes quietly. Not through dramatic collapse, but through small concessions repeated over time. Stoicism begins with an honest question, not who is wrong, but what is within your control. And one thing has always been within your control: what you tolerate. This discussion is not about blame. It is not about anger. It is about clarity. Because character is not revealed by how you treat strangers, but by what you allow from those closest to you. If you stay present through this reflection, you may recognize patterns you once dismissed. And recognition, in Stoic philosophy, is the first form of freedom. It is important to address something immediately. Choosing not to tolerate harmful behavior does not make you cold, ungrateful, or disloyal. It makes you responsible. Many people confuse endurance with virtue. They believe that strength means absorbing discomfort without protest. But Stoicism does not reward silent suffering. It rewards discernment. You are not required to carry what weakens your character simply because it comes wrapped in familiarity. Obligation does not cancel reason. History does not erase consequence. Shared blood does not justify repeated harm. This reflection is not an attack on family. It is an examination of behavior. Stoicism teaches that actions matter more than titles. Respect is measured by conduct, not labels. If you feel resistance as you listen, that resistance is not a sign of wrongdoing. It is a sign that something within you recognizes the cost of compromise. The mind resists change when it has adapted to imbalance. Releasing tolerance for what degrades you is not rejection. It is alignment. Alignment with discipline, clarity, and long-term self-respect. You are allowed to protect your peace without apology. You are allowed to choose dignity over familiarity. And you are allowed to grow beyond patterns that once felt normal but now feel heavy. Stoicism does not demand hardness. It demands honesty. Stoic philosophy begins with a simple division: what is within your control and what is not. You cannot govern the character of others. You cannot rewrite their nature. But you are fully accountable for what you allow to shape your inner state. The Stoics understood that tolerance, when misapplied, becomes self-neglect. They warned against surrendering inner order to external chaos. Not through confrontation, but through discernment. Character, in Stoic thought, is built through consistent alignment between values and action. When behavior violates your values and you remain silent, dissonance forms. Over time, that dissonance weakens discipline. Stoicism rejects excuses because excuses protect weakness. It does not judge people as good or bad. It observes patterns. Repeated behavior reveals priorities. And priorities reveal character. Family relationships often test this principle more than any other bond. Familiarity lowers vigilance. Emotional history blurs judgment. The Stoic response is not withdrawal, but clarity. Clarity does not require explanation. It requires boundaries. Stoicism teaches that self-respect is not reactive. It is maintained quietly through standards. A disciplined person does not argue for dignity. He lives by it. This philosophy is not about emotional detachment. It is about emotional governance. It trains the mind to respond rather than absorb. When tolerance erodes discipline, Stoicism intervenes. Not to sever bonds, but to restore order. In this reflection, we will examine 10 behaviors that undermine character and weaken discipline when tolerated, even within family. These are not extreme acts. They are subtle patterns that, over time, reshape how you speak, decide, and carry yourself. By the final reflection, you will not be left with anger or confusion. You will leave with clarity, with a stronger internal standard, and with a Stoic framework for deciding what deserves access to your time, energy, and emotional space. Remain present until the end. Each insight builds toward a deeper understanding of how discipline is preserved not through control of others, but through mastery of self. Emotional manipulation disrupts clarity by replacing reason with guilt. It pressures the mind to respond emotionally rather than rationally. Stoicism identifies this as a threat to inner sovereignty. When tolerated, manipulation trains the individual to doubt perception. This erosion of trust in one's judgment weakens discipline. A Stoic response restores clarity by separating fact from emotion and refusing emotional bargaining. Boundaries define self-respect. When boundaries are ignored, the message is clear: your autonomy is optional. Stoicism views this as an invitation to disorder. Tolerance here weakens internal structure. A Stoic response is firm, brief, and non-defensive. Explanation is not required for dignity to exist. Persistent criticism reshapes identity through repetition. When absorbed, it replaces internal standards with external judgment. Stoicism teaches discernment. Not all words deserve entry. Discipline requires filtering what strengthens from what corrodes. Neglect conditions silence. It teaches the individual that emotional presence is unnecessary. Over time, this fractures self-trust. Stoicism responds by strengthening internal validation. Dependence on unavailable affirmation is replaced with self-grounded clarity. Envy redirects focus from purpose to comparison. When tolerated, it pressures self-minimization. Stoic discipline rejects comparison as distraction. Purpose is internal. Progress requires detachment from others' insecurity. Blame transfers responsibility. When accepted, it conditions guilt without cause. Stoicism restores balance by returning responsibility to its rightful place. The disciplined mind carries only what it owns. Control erodes independence slowly. When tolerated, autonomy fades. Stoicism preserves freedom by rejecting conditional support. Dignity is not transactional. Trust is structural. Repeated damage weakens stability. Stoicism judges patterns, not promises. Discipline responds by limiting access, not issuing ultimatums. Anger overwhelms reason. When used repeatedly, it conditions silence through fear. Stoicism disengages from volatility. Calm withdrawal restores control. Victimhood reverses accountability. When tolerated, it erases truth. Stoicism refuses participation in distortion. Clarity replaces defense. At the center of all 10 behaviors is a single truth: patterns reveal character. Not intentions. Not explanations. Not emotional appeals. The disciplined mind does not argue with patterns. It observes them. Tolerance becomes dangerous when it contradicts values. Over time, the mind adapts to what it repeatedly accepts. Language softens. Standards lower. Self-respect becomes conditional. This is how character erodes. Quietly. Gradually. Rationally explained. Stoicism interrupts this process by removing illusion. It asks not why someone behaves a certain way, but what that behavior requires from you. If the price is dignity, the cost is too high. Excuses delay clarity. Clarity restores order. This is not a call for confrontation. It is a call for alignment. When actions align with values, peace follows naturally. Stoic discipline follows a structured internal response. First, observe without interpretation. Name behavior neutrally. Second, pause before reacting. This restores agency. Third, apply reason. Ask what is within your control. Fourth, adjust access. Boundaries preserve order. This framework does not require explanation or approval. It operates quietly, consistently, and without drama. Strength is not endurance. Strength is alignment. A disciplined individual does not tolerate what weakens character. He does not confuse familiarity with permission. Self-respect is maintained through consistency. Not through confrontation, but through choice. You are not responsible for preserving comfort at the expense of clarity. You are responsible for governing yourself. A disciplined life is not defined by what it endures, but by what it refuses to carry. When tolerance contradicts character, peace becomes impossible. The mind regains strength the moment it chooses clarity over comfort. And discipline over familiarity. What you allow shapes who you become. Guard that choice carefully. As you step away from this reflection, choose one standard you have been postponing. Not with anger. With calm resolve. Discipline is not loud. It is consistent. If this reflection strengthened your clarity, remain present for future discussions. Growth does not happen through intensity, but through repetition. Until next time, choose alignment over excuse and let character, not emotion, guide your decisions.